Good evening, Andy and Amanda. How are you tonight?
Oh, how do you describe our last couple of days, Amanda?
I thought we were okay, but we've had a busy couple of days.
Yeah, it's been a bit going on, guys and girls, that's for sure. So yeah, do you want to know what's been going on, Colleen? Because I want to talk specific tonight. Because what day was it, Amanda? I told you about the shielding letter.
Tuesday.
It was Tuesday, wasn't it? Yeah. And I've been because people know obviously like I have the dreaded day job, and I am in currently 1 week in the office and 1 week at home. I got there's two people in my team that are diabetic, Colleen, apart from me, and they both started sending me Skype messages on work and Monday saying, "Have you had a shielding letter?" No. And then we get to Tuesday, Colleen. Guess what happens?
You got the shielding letter.
Yeah, Amanda rings me up. She goes, "And Amanda,
Yeah,
what?"
because the letter arrived and it said COVID-19 letter returns on the return address. So I thought, oh, I better tell Andy. And then you explained, didn't you, to get his to open it and read it out.
Yeah, it was 6 pages, and I kid you not, it's
It's like an essay, wasn't it?
not aimed. Have you had a shielding letter, Colleen?
No, what is it?
It's basically, I don't want to give too much away because obviously I don't want to worry people, but it was basically what they are doing at the moment is they've had this is why it's quite interesting topic to bring up to in the podcast is people aren't aware. There's been a recount done by the government, and I think it's a mistake person by the sound of things with it. But what's happened is the recounts apparently picked up on a number of people that should have had shielding letters last year. And people that are diabetic, in my case, in my 40s, and the two women in my office are on the same team, they're both in the 40s. One's a bit older, one's a bit younger. And we should have been shielding last year, basically. And they've finally decided, after reevaluating it, that we should be shielding. So we all have letters off it. It was a 6-page letter. And I'm not going to go into bad mouth things. It's not the point behind this. But it basically said, by the time we got to the 3rd page, Amanda, really, you meant we can have to shielding from the 31st of March. So basically, I had to turn around and tell my works, and I'm now working from home now to 31st of March, and I'm fully shielding. But there's some good news, Colleen, to go with it.
Yeah, tell me.
I got another letter to arrive in the post this morning, and this other letter. What does this other letter say, Amanda?
Book your vaccination.
Yeah, so I had to go on the website.
Nice.
I had to go and book myself on the letter thing today. This is where it's interesting, Colleen, and then was listening to it. It's quite informative, this letter again, because what you can do with that is, if you get the letter, because of that, I'm high risk of my health. I can either hang on to the doctors, get in touch with me, and I spoke to my doctors last week, was it?
Yeah.
Last week, and they're currently vaccinating people in the 60s, so I think they're a bit behind. So what I've done is, you can do it. You can only book yourself into one of the big drop-in centres. And we've got one in Manchester near the Man City Stadium. So I'm going down there Friday morning to have my first vaccination.
Very good. And it is fine because everyone I know who have had it, they are doing all right. They're not and they're not ill or anything. So
I haven't heard of. Have you read anywhere, Amanda, of people been really ill? I've not read anywhere yet.
No, I've read like of people feeling like under the weather for a couple of hours, but nothing serious.
Yeah, my brother-in-law, Colleen, my sister's husband, he's 60, he's 64.
Something
60,
like
63, 64 Peters. And Peter had it, and he knocked him out in the evening, he did. But he was all right by the day after, apparently. So I think he just left him a bit woozy for the day after, really, of that day, basically. But that's what I've read, basically, as well. Because what do you think, Colleen? Because I've read, there's been a lot of conspiracy theory people saying, like, it's going to make you really ill and stuff, isn't it?
it depends on how you are before you take the vaccine. So if you weren't feeling very well, it will bring up whatever you have had before you took the vaccine. So it will just probably make you feel a bit ill for one day. But then they suggest you take paracetamol if you have.
Yes. Oh, yeah, I read about that. Yeah, my mate, a younger lad in my works, how we got it, she's only 37. And I was talking to he told me exactly the same thing this afternoon. So he went down to his doctor's over something else last week, and I turned around and said to him, "We've got some spare of the antibody injection. Do you want to book yourself in now to do it?" So he got it with no health conditions because he had it spare. And he said he was told afterwards to go and take a couple of paracetamol. I heard the same actually, so that's why. But did you have to take the paracetamol, Colleen, when you had yours the other week?
No, because as I say, I suggest on Twitter that you should constantly be taking vitamin C and D, sorry, vitamin C and zinc to help you fight the colds at the moment. And also, I was saying that you should take the flu vaccine. It's not me who said it, because I got the letter to recommend it. I didn't have it because I haven't got a flu. So I thought I don't really want to get the flu vaccine. But when I went to get my COVID vaccine, because I'm a carer, they said she's had the flu vaccine and she suggests I have it as well. But it's 1 week before or 1 week after.
Yeah, that makes sense. Makes sense. Makes sense.
Nothing less. You can have it
Yeah.
1 week more, but
There's
not
been
under
there's been some interesting stats going around about this. Have you two read about this? Where they went on about, I read it sometime last week, where they reckon the confirmed flu cases from this winter just gone has dropped down to almost zero now.
Yeah.
Well,
So
people are shielding from this, so aren't they? So they're also going to, as a result, shield from the flu as well, even if that's not what they're intending to do.
Yeah, it's done some interesting things, actually, this shielding thing. But so some things I don't think they were expected either. So it's been an interesting time at the moment, that's for sure. So
yeah, a lot, like you were saying, took their flu vaccine in November, which is why we've not had these cases of flus going up.
yeah, it's a point. It's a good point. My doctor's God, you don't have the flu jab, man, didn't you? So I don't think you're entitled to the free, are you?
I
So,
used to pay for it at Superdrug when I was into running so that I wouldn't lose my fitness and get sick
Yeah.
and stuff.
but when I had mine this year, mine was actually at the end of September at my doctor's. And it was quite funny that, because what they did there, Colleen, was they did it in the car park at the back of the doctor's. So it was proper surreal. It was. That's why. But yeah, that's why. But they were telling me that a lot of the doctors they were knowing then in September last year, they were all getting going as quick as they can with the flu jab, because they were doing it outside this year, and not nearly all of them were. And it's probably something they're going to do again next year, I reckon, as well, or this year again. But no.
So, like, if you take like vitamin C and zinc for the time being before you get your COVID vaccine, you should be ready and prepared for it. You'll be more healthier, and then it will be more receptive if you take that now. The COVID vaccine won't be so harsh on you, because I know a lot of those who've taken it, they haven't felt ill, and I think it's because they've always taken like precautions like vitamin C and all these vitamins and things.
Yeah, it's something because I've got mine on Friday, so I'll probably have to. I may well get actually. I'm serious to think about it, to get some vitamin supplements before I go down there on Friday.
Yeah.
I'm tempted. Very tempted. Good point, Colleen. That indeed. So no, it's fair point.
I mean, like,
Yeah.
just for them, like, because you've got diabetes, the vitamin C that I normally take in the dissolvable one in the water, it's probably got sugar, maybe like lemon or lime.
Oh, that's what you mean by the good. They call that the good sugars, don't they? No, they aren't.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
can get like the little tablets as well. I've got like the multivitamin tablets and iron and stuff. I'm just really
got
bad
that.
at remembering to take them all the time.
Oh yeah, you are, aren't you? You remember that? Yeah. It's worse than those. So I'm taking those sorts of stuff. I used to take all them years ago as well.
Yeah, I've got that as well, Andy. So I've got those. So maybe like one of those, not every day. I mean, not all the time, but it's just before you go to get your COVID, so that you're prepared for it.
Yeah, no, it's a good point. Good point. I'll have to think about that before then. Definitely with that. So no, I agree. It's a good point. It's a very good point, Colleen, with that. So, and what's been happening to you otherwise? Then, and if you report your side otherwise, all been quiet.
No, not really. I've just been like recording these things. You just heard me recording a verse, because what I do is I just put in like verses in my show, because it just breaks it up, and also
Yeah, it's good. How's your show going at the moment? Is it going okay? Is it for you?
yeah, I like it. I just find it really good. And I've got quite a few, because I had like a group of local guides like long time ago, and I was telling you that we joined up because we were trying to go to California, which I got the
Yeah,
invitation.
you told about that.
But
You told that's right.
yeah,
Yeah.
I never got it because I had no money at the time, and I thought, there's no point me going there if I can't spend any money. So then I thought, well, I'll always have another time, because I'm level 9. But anyway, so this group of guys, they know about the show, and they told me to tell them the time. So it's worldwide. It's London and the world. London and the world.
Good one. Good one.
So
No, good stuff, Colleen. No, I said, no, cool. I don't think
yes, I was recording these, because what I do is because I did singing lessons after I left school, because I knew that I was going to go into university, and I thought I needed these singing lessons to get me to get me right, to get me up there, to be able to get in front of people and get in front of the students and have a, and do the seminar or participate in the seminar. So yeah, that's what I did. And yeah, and poetry, because that's what I did at university. That
cool,
poetry,
cool.
and also a bit of like events, because being a local guide, I know a lot about events. So that's why, yeah.
Cool. Next week, and this big spoiler over next week, I'm going to be talking more about my next poetry book, because I've got to sit down and get the blurb sorted out on the back of it, but that's done now, so that'll be out there. And Amanda's done me a cover as well, Amanda, haven't you?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, so haiku book as well, Colleen. So I'm going strictly to form as well. So, and how's your next book looking, Amanda? You're doing that in March, aren't you?
I've got a poetry book, and then I'm re-editing a full-length book then. So I'm still doing my 12 projects in 12 months.
See, Colleen, she got her first. This month she's had out come on Audible, haven't you? Was it Audible, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, what have you ever come on Audible? So people know that.
First Charge. It's a young adult fiction book.
Yeah, well, Lesbian Mermaid. So that one's out, and then you got your. Tell Colleen what he's have you told Colleen the title of your next poetry book?
No, my next poetry book out next month is called "Buy My Book, I Need Cats."
That's a cat funding book, so she sells thousands. She can afford. We can have a cat.
We can move, and we can live in the house that's got a garden and have lots of cats.
She can have lots of kittens running around the back garden, kicking the crap out of each other.
Yeah.
That's why. No. And then you tell what's Hope and Magic one you're doing the really for that for April, is it?
Yeah.
What's Hope and Magic?
That's like a sort of modern day fairy tale, but like not the happy ever after ones, the other kind, the dark kind.
The miserable ever after.
I think it's described as new adult. It's not like young adult, but it's sort of early 20s sort of thing. So it's quite described as new adult. Yeah,
you bought this out originally, Amanda, didn't you? It was 3 novellas, didn't you? A couple of years ago. So that's what she's done. What she's done is she's doing a massive re-edit on them and making them all work together as one novel now instead of 3 different novellas. So I said we never the Enend Steel household never stops, Colleen, honestly, right? The creativity. That's why. So yeah, plodding along really. So I said with that one, so we survive and we get by, so as I would say with that, definitely so. But that being but we will be having on Saturday, Colleen, Vina Gamble over the injection. What we're having, Amanda?
Takeaway.
We're having a naughty takeaway.
Not over injection, we'll start takeaway because you'll need it to bring you back to life.
Yeah. She looks like Colleen, very lovely, won't she? She'll go and order it, and then basically, if I'm still in bed ill, she'll feed me in bed.
Exactly, it's on your list, isn't it?
I'll just feed yours to you.
It's on your list now, isn't it, Andy? Vitamin C and zinc. Oh, something not vitamin C. It's the lemon.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Tick. Yeah.
Should we get some lemon put on your pizza then?
Oh. What technically, should we get some lemon now? Have a lemon pizza then?
No, you can do that. You can do that.
Pineapple, lemon's not that far off, is it?
Yeah, we saw in. Was it last year, Amanda? We saw in a certain frozen food shop, frozen pizzas done in cake style or ice cream style.
I don't know, but it sounds nice.
I'm sure we saw it. I pointed out to you in a certain frozen food shop that's like a country, and I'm gonna say, look at that, Colleen. That's how I get around actually brand placements there. I hint what it is. I'm sure we saw them.
If we see it again, I'm getting it because it sounds nice.
you can see, Colleen. I wonder what Amanda's gonna be dreaming about tonight. Yeah. That's like pizzas in the shape of chocolate and cake frozen. So
nice. Yeah.
That's why. So right, all the time. Oh, right, guys, we're about to hit 15 minutes, so a couple of seconds away. So that'll be it for tonight, Colleen.
The rest of the week, then stay safe, everybody.
Yeah, we'll be back to a normal schedule next week, guys. Stay safe.
Ta-ra.